All right, we're going to start our review 3. So we're going to be making this part shape here. So the next step is getting started, create a new document, and make sure that the workspace length unit is set to inches. Then begin a sketch on the front plane. All right, so we're going to go to our documents, create document. Whoops, I didn't save it. This is review 3. And we want to go to the front plane. So I'm going to click that and then start a sketch. Now, instead to make sure that this was set to inches, I'm going to view normal sketch plane and then press the P key to get rid of that. So I'm going to check the document menu and go to workspace units. And this is set to millimeter. So I want to make sure that this is set to feet, I think. Inches. All right, so each unit should be an inch. So we're going to click the check mark to accept that change. And then we're going to get started with the drawing. So we're going to sketch a corner rectangle as shown, and then be sure the origin is located at the midpoint of the bottom line. So we're going to go ahead and start by drawing a rectangle. So we need to get inside our sketch here and click on the rectangle tool. I'm going to sketch a rectangle. I need the midpoint to be at the point of origin. I don't have that option, so I'm just going to draw a rectangle. Let's see about that shape. So mine was set to center rectangle. I'm going to escape out of that and go back to corner rectangle. And it's about like this. Let's say that's good. So now I want to make sure that the midpoint lines up with the point of origin. So I'm going to use this midpoint. Oh wait, no, that snaps to the midpoint. Yes, that's what I want. So point of origin to the midpoint of this line. There we go. Okay, now we're going to do some sketching here. We got a 3-point arc at the bottom. The arc should be tangent on both sides. Then sketch the lines shown above. So let's do the arc first. So I have to do the arc. Since I need both sides to be tangent, let's just go ahead and do a 3-point arc. So click on one point, whoops. Click on the other point, and it's going to be downward this way. I want these two to be tangent. So I'm going to use this tangent tool. Click this, the arc, and then the line, and then click on the arc and the other line. So I'm going to show constraints just to show that both lines are tangent to the arc. So we've got the rectangle, and then we need this angled line and then a straight line across. There's a midpoint constraint to this line. So let's do this line first at the top. So I need a line somewhere around up here. Then I need a construction line, looks like, from this center point up there. So I'm going to draw this one perfectly vertical first. So line, and then you can type the Q key to get into the construction mode. Make sure this is perfectly vertical. I'm not going to intersect because that will add a constraint that I don't want to use. So I'm just going to click a little bit below that. Now I'm going to make sure that the midpoint of this line is snapped here. So I'm going to use the midpoint. There we go. Now we've got two angled lines that go down and meet here. So we're going to go to the line tool. All right, let's see what we got. Looking very similar. Just checking all the different constraints. Looks good. All right. Next slide. Sketch a circle as shown. Change the two horizontal lines from the rectangle to construction lines. So I'm going to sketch this circle, and then these two lines I need to switch to be construction lines. Circle. And then I want to select those two lines. So I need to get out of the circle tool. So just press escape. Select these two lines here, and then toggle them to be construction. And click anywhere to deselect. Sketch the three lines to make the keyhole. Be sure the two indicated lines are vertical and equal. So these three lines here are what we're sketching next. So at the top, somewhere along this circle, I'm going to click to attach and go up, vertical, over, horizontal, and then down and meet the circle again. Escape to get out of the line command. So now these two lines need to be equal to each other. So I'm going to click on this equal constraint, and then click on both of these lines. Next slide. Using the dimension tool, add the linear dimensions shown in the sketch profile. So we've got a 75 here, so let's go ahead and put that in. What just happened? Let's move in here. Let's not do that one first. So my sketch is a lot smaller than, oh, that was 0.75, not 75. That's very important. So we've got this measure tool, dimensions, where we go? 0.75, the decimal is very important there. All right, now 2.5 and 3.5. So 2.5 is this single line. And then from here to here is 3.5, I believe. Nope, from there to the top is 3.5. So from here to here, 3.5. Then we've got 1.25 from there to the center. So again, from here to the center, 1.25, enter. That does not look right. Let's see what the next slide is. This is important. So we got To use the dimension tool, add the diameter and radius values shown. So we got a radius of 2 for this arc, and we have a diameter of 2 for the inside circle. So 2 and 2. All right. It's starting to look a lot more like this. So this next part, there's a radius. Actually, it's just an angle measurement. And that's going to set the length between here and here, which will also adjust the length of this top line. So that has to be 45. So to get this measurement, this was a little bit more tricky. So I'm actually clicking this line here, the angled line, and I'm getting the reference of this line here. So it's still not giving me the... Oh, I have to click on it. There we go. So we want this angle measurement degrees to be 45. Now everything is black instead of blue lines, meaning this entire sketch is locked into place. And that should be the conclusion.